Welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. I've got a 4, 2 5s, and a 6 to do in this section. So I'm going to start with the 6. We have a shape bank 1, 2, or 3, and mingle shape is in effect. The ones along the edges, they are going to take something to there or there. So if that one goes to there, this one couldn't go to here without interfering with that. So if that does that, either there is something here which will break symmetry, or the puzzle is symmetrical. If that does that, then this one is going to have to do that. That could be a 2 and a 1 and another 2. It'll have to be something like that. These could be what breaks the symmetry. Okay. It could be that some shape is going to have to stick in. Well. How do I even start this one? How about this one? This one could do that, and it would go to there. It can't do that. It can't do that. It can't do that. It could do this. Whatever this one does, it is going to take that or that, not both, meaning this one cannot be part of a triple. This can't be a 3, so it's a 1 or a 2. This one, it can't come to here, it can't go to there, it can't go to there, which means it's going to be either that or that, which means this one is going to interfere with it, and that can't be part of a triple. This one does exactly that same thing. can't touch that, that, or that. So this one is going to take that or that. And then this one is also not part of a triple. It's not part of that shape either. So if that's part of if that's part of a 1 and that's part of a 1, there could be 2's sticking out of both of these. Or this could be a 2. If this is a 2, that would mean that this was doing that. Now this couldn't be part of a 3, so it would just be a 1. Which would mean this was a 2, but it would have to go this way. And this couldn't be part of a 3, so it would be a 1. Because a 3 would come out to here and interfere here. Now this 3 got pushed by that 2, which means it would have to do this. And we are building up a pattern here. This 3 would have to do that. We would have a 1, a 2, and a 1. And a 2, and a 1, and a 2. And a 3, like that. Now this is a 1. So that's a 2. That's a 1. This can't be part of a 3. So it's a 1. This 3 can't go to here or here, so it is that. And here's where things are going to either work or break. This is a 1, this is a 3, that's a 3, so that's a 2, and a 1 and a 2. 1 and 1. This can't be part of a 3. It must be a 2 that goes that way. Now I have a 1 here and a 2 here. So this one is a 3 that does that. This is a 1, that's a 2. This 3 can't touch the others. And here we are. This is broken. This, if it was anything more than a 1, would touch this 2, and it's touching this 3. So it has to only be a 1. Now this one is touching the 2 and the 3, so it's a 1, and those are touching. Ooh, okay, I really don't like I don't like solving it like that, but, all that was based on that line. And it took all that to get to there. I don't see a faster way to get there. So, if this isn't a 2, and it can't be a 3, and that can't be a 3, if this 2 went here, and that were a 1, what would that be? It would have to be a 3, which it can't be. That's a 1. If this is a 2, that would have to be a 3. That would have to be a 3. So this is a 1. Now these must be 2s. If that's a 2 and that's a 1, this must be part of a 3, so it's that 3. Here again, that's part of a 3. This is a 2, which must only go here. This is a 2, which has to do that. I should just have my hand on this over here so I can do that. I don't... Choose color, use default color palette. That is not what I would do. This is a 3x3 grid. I would use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from the number pad. So this was 5 instead of 9. Just as it is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that's 9. Okay, this 3 can't go to here like that. And it can't go to here, so there. Now this one can't go to there or there, so it's that. Now this one must be that. That one must be that. And that. And that. And that. There's a 1 here, a 2, and a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, which makes that a 1, and this is a 1, so that's a 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Ha. So having this stick out this way, okay, that shifts, yeah, okay, that it's not symmetrical, because that would be this one, not this one. And that made all the difference. $31 of 31 with 3 remaining. I'm going to take on this 4, and then there are a pair of 5s. That shape bank, we at least have limitations. So this cannot be a single because of the mingle. So it's that and that. Now this one can't go either way there. That does not mean it does that exactly. It could do that or that. This one can't be that or that, so it's just a domino. Now this one has to be a 3. This has to be a 2. I'm trying to slide the board over. I was working here. I want to keep working here with it over here. I want it to be here. Okay, that one can't go that way. So it has to do that one or that one, possibly both. This is a 1, that is a 3. If this is the 3, that's good. Otherwise, it's a 2. This right here is part of a 3. I think that's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 1. No, that breaks right here. Okay. This one is part of a 3. That one cannot take that or that. This one cannot go that way or that way. They do those. Single here. Now, if this were to be with that, that would be broken. So this does that. That is a single. 3 here, 2 there. Then that one. Now this can't go that way. This, it could be a 2, it could be a 1. This is either a 1 or a 3. If this were part of a 3, the L shape, it would come to here, and that would break that. So this is a 1. Because that must take that, or that, possibly both. If this one were to take that one, we would have that. This would be a 1. The 3 would be there. And this would be another 2. Here and here, touching. Therefore, this is doing that. Now this must be part of a 3, so it's that one. I've nearly got this done. What I have left, subtract 1 from it. There are 8 spaces other than that. The total of 9, so there's 8 spaces after I complete this one. If this were a 2, that would have to be a 3, which would touch this. So this is not a 2. If it's a 3, that would be valid. If this were a 3, that could be a 2. Three, 2, that would be a 1 right here next to that one. Three, 2, and 1. Huh. If this was a 1, that would be broken. Okay. So that would need to be a 2 at least, which would make this, yeah, okay. This can't be a 1, and it can't be a 2 without breaking it. Right. It is a 3. That's a 2. Now, there's a 3, a 2, and a 1. The 3 can't touch that. The 2 can't allow the 1 to touch anything. Now I have remaining a pair of 5s in this section. Let's get a preview of the next section here. And we'll come back in the next episode for the 5s. Okay, this is precision combined with mingle shape. This takes 1 more. So this has to come out there. Now this can't be an L. That has to take that. This has to come out. It could take that, but that would make it the same shape. So it doesn't, which means this has to do that. And that. Which means this is another L. So that's not an L. It's between two L's. It's an S. There you go. Precision mingle shape combo. Okay. Ah. Polyomino delta Gemini. Now, with a Gemini, we don't have mingle shape. And those, okay. Now this is the same, only has to be different. Then there. Let's do another. Polyomino Gemini Delta. This takes that. I know that much. There are many ways for that to work. Okay, this one though. It's going to come to here, there, there. Or here, there, there. I know that it takes that, but I don't know what else it does. We don't have the shape bank. Therefore, there isn't a restriction on the shapes we're allowed. If this were to do that, that would do that, and this would do that, leaving that. Now this would have to be also single. There's nothing about a delta here though. So this could go like that. No, okay. Okay, that right there. Let's clear all that out of there. This has to do that because of this Gemini here. This must be an L, which means that must be an L. Which means it's not that. There is nothing right now telling me what these L's look like. L like that leaves that, which is fine. L like that. And then that is definitely different than whatever is over here. L like that, then this one comes this way. And there's that and that. That and that. That would be broken. This one cannot take that space. Oh, with the two, yeah, with the square up here. I should be looking at what I have done already. With the square up there, this has to do that. Now this is not that, so there. This has to not interfere with that. Here's another single and another single. Now I know that this L does that. This L does that. And that'll finish it. Okay, I'm going to come back over here in the next one. Let's go way to this edge. And I'll do that one. I haven't looked at it yet. And then there's the one in the doorway. But that's for next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Bye.